This video is not for people who want shortcuts. This video is for the ones who feel left behind, for the ones who work silently. While the world celebrates louder people, if you've ever felt that no matter how hard you try, your efforts go unnoticed, this story is for you. If you wake up every day with dreams bigger than your comfort, but doubts heavier than your motivation, this story is for you. This is not a story about overnight success. It's about early mornings, late nights, and the courage to keep going when quitting feels easier. You won't hear perfect lives here. You'll hear struggle, failure, and the quiet strength it takes to stand up again. Because somewhere out there, there's a version of you who refuses to give up, and this story is about becoming that person. So listen carefully, not as a viewer, but as the main character, because this journey might just change the way you see your own life. Alex often felt like he was running in circles, working hard, but watching others move ahead. It wasn't that he lacked talent. Deep inside, he knew that, but he also knew one thing very clearly: talent alone would never take him to the top. There had to be something more, something stronger, something inside him. That something was mindset. From a young age, Alex understood a painful truth. Life doesn't reward people who avoid failure. It rewards people who face it. Every mistake, every rejection, every setback wasn't the end. It was a lesson. While his friends gave up after failing a test or losing a small opportunity, Alex chose a different response. When disappointment hit, he whispered to himself, "If I can learn from this, I will grow stronger." Instead of envying successful people, Alex studied them, not their results, but their thinking, and he noticed a clear pattern. The most successful people didn't depend on talent alone. They believed they could improve. They were hungry to learn, and they refused to break under pressure. So Alex started training his mind, just like people train their bodies. Daily discipline, clear visualization, positive self-talk, not motivation, conditioning. One day, everything was tested. He was ignored for a leadership role in a school project. It hurt. Anger hit hard. Disappointment followed, but this time, Alex paused and he asked himself one powerful question: is this rejection? Or is this a challenge? In that moment, he made a choice not to complain, but to improve. That single decision changed everything. Slowly, his perspective shifted. Problems became puzzles. Criticism became feedback. Hard work stopped feeling like punishment and started feeling like purpose. Alex's mindset wasn't just positive thinking. It was responsibility. He stopped blaming circumstances, stopped blaming people, stopped waiting for luck. Instead, he asked himself daily, what can I do better today? How can I outwork my past self? His attitude changed from reactive to proactive, from fearful to determined. Every small win strengthened his belief. Success isn't about luck. It's about mental strength, perseverance, and refusing to quit. By the end of that year, the world looked the same. But Alex didn't. His mindset had become his superpower because he learned the truth. Talent may open doors, but attitude and mental toughness carry you through the storm. With the right mindset in place, Alex realized one powerful truth: time was his most valuable asset. Talent wasn't enough. Attitude wasn't enough. Not if hours were wasted on distractions, procrastination, or indecision. Alex had the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference was simple. He decided to use every single one. He started waking up at 5 o'clock, even when the bed felt warm, even when sleep begged him to stay. Outside, the world was quiet. Still asleep. In those hours became sacred. No social media, no TV, no noise, just Alex, a notebook, and a plan. Early mornings weren't just a routine. They became his secret weapon, while others were hitting snooze. Alex was already building his future. Planning soon became a habit, not random planning. Intentional planning. He listed his tasks by importance, not what felt urgent, but what actually mattered. He learned to identify his most important tasks. These tasks got his best energy, his sharpest focus. Everything else could wait. Consistency mattered more than intensity. Alex stopped chasing random bursts of motivation. Instead, he showed up every day, even one focused hour, Was enough. Because he understood something most people ignore. Lost time never comes back. But 1 hour of deep focus can outperform an entire day of distraction. Distractions were everywhere. Notifications, messages, entertainment. So Alex set boundaries. Phone off during work. Websites blocked. Workspace clean, even at school or college. He protected his mental space like it was gold. But Alex also learned an important balance. Time management wasn't about working endlessly. It was about working intelligently. Rest mattered. Sleep mattered. Exercise mattered. Short breaks mattered. Because a tired mind can't perform at its best. Strategic rest didn't slow him down. It sharpened him. Weeks passed. Then months, and results started to show. Tasks that once took all day now took hours. Focus improved. Quality improved. And Alex still had time to learn, to grow, to improve himself. That's when he understood the truth. Outworking everyone else isn't about working longer. It's about using time with discipline, clarity, and purpose. As Alex became more disciplined, more focused, he started searching for proof that hard work actually pays off, proof that struggle is not wasted, proof that ordinary people can rise if they refuse to quit. So he began studying real stories, not for entertainment, not for comparison. But for understanding. Understanding how successful people think. When life is hard, one story hit him deeply. Michael Jordan, before the trophies, before the fame, before the world knew his name. He was rejected, cut from his high school basketball team. For most people, that would have been the end, a clear sign to give up. But Jordan chose differently. He trained harder, stayed longer, practiced when others rested. And Alex realized something powerful. Greatness is not born. It is built quietly, daily, painfully. Then there was Elon Musk. Working extreme hours, sleeping on factory floors, risking everything again and again, not because it was easy, but because the vision was bigger than comfort. Alex noticed a pattern. These people weren't special because life was kind to them. They were special because they refused to stop when life was difficult. But the most powerful stories weren't famous. They were closer to home. A teacher who came from nothing but changed thousands of lives. A small shop owner working day and night so his children wouldn't have to struggle. A student who failed exams repeatedly but never stopped trying. These stories hit Alex the hardest. Because they felt real. They proved something important. Success doesn't belong to a certain class of people. It belongs to those who are willing to outwork their circumstances. One night, Alex heard a line that stayed with him. While others were sleeping, I was learning. While others were relaxing, I was building. That line burned into his mind. Every time he felt tired, every time quitting felt tempting, he reminded himself, every successful person you admire today once stood exactly where you are now, confused, unnoticed, struggling. The only difference? They kept going, and in that moment, Alex stopped asking, why not me? And started believing, if they can do it, so can I. As Alex moved forward, life didn't get easier. In fact, it got harder. More pressure, more expectations, more moments where quitting felt reasonable. Failures didn't stop. They showed up again and again. Plans fell apart. Opportunities slipped away. Results took longer than expected. There were nights when Alex stared at the ceiling, questioning everything. Am I doing enough? Am I on the right path? Is this even worth it? Doubt is powerful, and it hits hardest when you're tired. But Alex learned something important. Obstacles are not signs to stop. They are tests of patience, tests of belief, tests of character. One major setback broke him for a moment. Something he worked months for was gone. No reward, no recognition. Just silence. That silence hurt, but instead of running away, Alex sat with it, and he asked himself one honest question. Will I quit? Or will I grow? He chose growth. Not instantly, not perfectly, but consciously. Criticism was another battle. People questioned his discipline, mocked his routine, told him to relax. Some said he was wasting his youth. At first, their words hurt. Then Alex realized the truth. People criticize What they don't understand. And opinions don't build. Futures, actions do. So he stopped explaining. Stopped proving and focused on becoming better. Quietly, resilience became his strength, not because he felt fearless, but because he kept moving forward despite fear. He learned to break big problems into small steps, one task, 1 hour, one day at a time. Progress didn't come fast, but it came, slowly, steadily. Surely. Alex also learned this. Strength doesn't mean feeling nothing. It means feeling everything. And still showing up. Tired, unmotivated, uncertain. But consistent. Over time, obstacles stopped scaring him. They became familiar, almost expected, because every challenge he survived proved something. He was stronger than yesterday, and stronger than his excuses. Alex wasn't just working harder anymore. He was becoming mentally tough. Unshakable. And that changed everything. Motivation didn't come every day. Alex learned that the hard way. Some mornings he felt unstoppable. Other days, he felt empty. No energy. No excitement. Just responsibility. That's when Alex understood something most people don't. Motivation is temporary. Vision is permanent. So he built a vision, not a fantasy. Not overnight success, a real future. Freedom, self-respect, stability, a life where he wouldn't feel trapped. A life where his efforts meant something whenever things got hard. Alex went back to that vision. He reminded himself why he started, why he wakes up early, why he says no to comfort, why he keeps going when no one is watching. Pain started to make sense because it was connected to purpose. Alex learned to delay pleasure, not because life should be boring, but because the future deserved effort. Small actions became meaningful. Studying today meant options tomorrow. Discipline today meant confidence later. Hard work today meant freedom in the future. He stopped chasing fast results. Instead, he built patience, because vision teaches you one powerful truth. If you know where you're going, you won't quit when the road gets hard. Motivation may start the journey, but vision is what keeps you walking when everything inside you wants to stop. Alex realized success isn't built in big moments. It's built in small habits, daily habits. What you do every day eventually becomes who you are. So Alex changed his lifestyle. Slowly, intentionally. He started reading. Not hours. Even 10 pages were enough. Because consistency beats intensity. He learned new skills, even when progress felt invisible, because growth doesn't announce itself early. He took care of his body, exercise, sleep, movement, because a tired body creates a tired mind, and a tired mind makes poor decisions. Alex became careful with his environment. Less noise, less negativity, less distraction. Sometimes that meant being alone, and that was okay. Because not everyone is meant to walk your path with you. He replaced bad habits with better ones. Scrolling became learning. Complaining became planning. Wishing became working. Discipline stopped feeling forced. It became identity. Alex wasn't trying to be productive anymore. He was becoming the kind of person who shows up daily. And that's when things shifted, not suddenly, but permanently. Looking back, Alex realized something powerful. Hard work didn't just change his future. It changed him. He became stronger, calmer, more confident. Not because life became easy, but because he learned how to handle difficulty. He understood this truth. Life doesn't owe you success, but you owe yourself effort. Working harder than everyone else is not about competition. It's about growth. Outgrowing your excuses, outgrowing your fears, outgrowing your past self. Some days will be heavy. Some nights will feel lonely, but those are the days that build you. And if you stay consistent, if you keep showing up, one day someone will look at your life and find hope in your story. Because this journey isn't just Alex's journey. It's yours, and it's only getting started. If you've listened till here, remember one thing: you are not behind. You are being built. Every early morning, every late night, every time you choose discipline over comfort, it matters. You may not see results today. You may not feel successful yet, but growth is happening quietly. The world only notices success at the finish line. It never sees the struggle before it. So don't stop. Not now. Work when no one is watching. Improve when no one is clapping, because one day, Your silence will turn into strength. In your story will remind someone else that giving up was never the answer. If this story felt personal, that's because it was. This is your journey and it's only just beginning.